experts advise that when it comes to child custody battles, as the child gets older, their opinion on where they want to live should be given greater consideration. However, the ultimate decision should still be based on what is in the child's best interest. Experts also advise that younger children should not make the decision as to which parent is better, because they may later have regrets about their decision. So, ladies, should a child have a say in which parent they live with after a divorce?
No, especially like they said, like you said here. When they're little, no, they shouldn't have a choice. I mean, unfortunately, if the parents are divorced, then that child has to go back and forth and, you know, hopefully have a great co-parenting experience, right? But I do feel that at a certain age, some kids may want to go live with the parent that's the least resistant, the parent that lets them party, hang out.
Of course.
That's a different story. And I think the parents have to stay united in that. Now, if it's one thing that the kid just got into an amazing school and it's closer to one parent, that might be something where you can consider maybe letting them stay there. But I don't think a kid should choose. I really don't. I think it divides the kids, it divides the parents, and it's just, I don't think it's
messy.
good. It's
well,
messy.
According to divorcenet.com, just because the law permits a child to express an opinion, it doesn't mean the judge has to follow the child's preference. Children can only choose where to live until they're 18 years old. But they do, like, when it comes to parental custody, there are a few things that the judge takes into consideration, like will the child be safe? Will they be well fed?
Right.
Will they be supervised enough? Will they be exposed to domestic violence? So they take all of that into consideration.
Yeah.
And to me, if your child is expressing, I want to live with my father, and you really want your child, then, you know, if you can't get it over to the child that is, you know, depending on what the custody is, then you have to take it to the judge. I think that's the best way. Because then the law will kind of make it like, so that, because sometimes I think people can gang up on each other, you know, like they'll
or if
influence
a
the
kid
child
gets
stuff
mad
like
and
that.
goes, you know, my
Right.
kids, we obviously co-parent, and my kids go back and forth between their dad and myself. And sure, there are times I'm sure they're like, I wish I stayed with dad, only because I'm much more stricter and I have rules at my house, but you can't let them dictate where they live.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Yeah, I think
that's
the
what we're saying.
reality is that most divorces aren't amicable, and most people that are not together and raising children together, it is complicated and it is difficult.
Yep.
So there are a lot of the time people swaying what they want the child to say, and that puts so much pressure on the kid.
Yeah.
And at the same time, then it's like, I don't want to go back and forth. I want to, you know, live in one house and have, and it's just really difficult. My parents got divorced when I was 12 going on 13, and it seemed obvious that I would stay with my mother.
Right.
But I really do appreciate that my mom had a conversation with me, and she was like, you know, we're obviously no longer going to live together. What is it that you would like to do? And obviously at
Wow.
that, she gave me the choice. And I think there was something really beautiful in that freedom of knowing that I had my mom's support either way. But I obviously chose that what I thought was best for me was to stay in the apartment that I was living in, stay with my mom, and that's what we ended up doing, and it worked out great. And I was with my dad every weekend.
But even though your mom and dad were divorced, your mom trusted your father enough to
Yes.
give
And
you
that's
that.
not every situation.
Not
Every situation.
That's why I'm saying it's really complicated, and it really depends on the child, the parents, and the situation.
Yeah, but no, the child should not decide.
No, I don't think so either.
I think you
so.
should hear them out, though, because it is important that if something crazy is going on,
Well, yes, if something's crazy, that's a
I
totally
think
different
it's important
story.
to maybe bring in a child psychologist. I've only seen this done on Law & Order SVU, but they bring in a child psychologist and they understand how to deal. Yes, it's very serious, and they actually have the kid like do drawings of how they
Yes, to
feel when
see-
they're in the person's
Yes.
home, why it is that they feel comfortable there, just to make sure that
No, they
everything
do
But
is
that's
that
if
in
it's
real
something.
court, too,
But that's
not
if
just-
something is going.
You're what?
They do that in real court.
But that's if
No,
they're-
I know. I've only seen it. It never happened with me.
Yeah.
That's if they suspect something is going on. I don't think
Right.
it's done across the board. When
Man,
we were
I wish
getting
they
divorced, they
would.
wouldn't.
I wish they would,
But I
just
think if you're getting
for the
divorced
help.
at 3 years old, a 3-year-old does not know.
That's why they draw pictures.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying that's if you suspect somebody is doing something that's not okay. I don't think just a regular family getting a divorce, the child should be drawing a picture of whose house they want to live in. They haven't lived in both houses yet, right?
Yeah, we let the courts handle it.